Hello everyone. So this is my first live on YouTube, and I wanted to do that because more often than ever before, I see the problem that people, especially experts in a specific field, since I am working with personal branding and helping all kinds of professional people get their brand up so that they could do the work they love and in a way they really want it, whether they are entrepreneurs, whether they are leaders, CEOs. It doesn't really matter what kind of form of work they do, because in today's world, it's not really important anymore. So I wanted to take this chance to cover a topic that I see is one of the biggest problems today, especially for people who are outside marketing and communications, and of course social media, who don't work with all kinds of marketing channels, marketing tools, and they're just lost. So if you're an entrepreneur, just started, or you've been doing this for a long time and you have this very specific niche where you're really, really good, you're an artist or you're a psychologist or you are a consultant, a trainer, it doesn't really matter what field you're in, but it does matter when you have this specific field that you're really good at and you're building your brand and you want to have more visibility. You want to reach the audience that is important to you, that you can create value for. So you come across these channels. Mostly these days, probably you've heard that, oh, you have to be in Facebook, you have to be in Instagram, you have to be a YouTuber, right? I'm here doing a YouTube live. You have to do this and that and just do it all the time, and put some cats in the videos, and you just get lost because there are all these channels that you should kind of be in all the time. So this is the first of three uh, biggest problems for an entrepreneur or an expert or personal brand, somebody who's creating it. What kind of channel should I use out of all the options? On top of social media, you have the traditional ways, starting from networking, starting from creating a website, blogging, going to certain organizations and introducing yourself there, media outlets. There are so many ways that you can market yourself. So that's one problem of marketing that especially personal brands and people who don't have marketing experience have. The second problem that many people come across is what to say. I have so many things I want to share. There are so many things people don't know about me or my field or the service I provide or the product I do and how to use this. So extensively, this has been used for content marketing, which is really great for educating people, but also giving information and like attracting people by entertainment. So what is that I choose to say and give to my audience? What kind of materials? What kind of stories? What is the most important thing that I can kind of produce? What do they need? All these things are still very important. For experts, these are especially important because they are experts in their field. And I'm sure you have had the same issue. Like, I want to say and talk about all of it. Like, I have so many ideas. It is so fascinating. I just want to share everything. And to understand fully what I do, you kind of have to know everything. And especially if you worked with it for 20 years, 10 years, even 5 years, and you're focused on a specific niche, you know so much. and you kind of want to share it. You feel the need that they don't understand the product or service without you explaining it. So that's a relevant question and a problem for you, because you cannot do everything, right? And that brings us to the third problem of marketing for especially niche products or services or people who are branding themselves. So the first was choosing the channel. The second is choosing the message, or like what to say to people. And the third is time. Oh, we love the time question. And this is particularly time management question. So you actually want to do your work, not market, especially if you're a sole entrepreneur, a micro entrepreneur, and it's you and you who is doing the business. So you have to cover from cleaning your office sometimes, to sending out the press release, to organizing food for the event, for deciding on your design. And if you're not from that field, this is hard. I don't know so much about finances, perhaps. I'm not an accountant. So if I have to do all this, choosing what price to put, it takes time because I have to educate myself first, right? So if you are a sole entrepreneur and not an accountant, then this is difficult for you. And just the same, it is difficult for you to choose or make an educated decision about any marketing channels, strategies as well. So it's hard to choose, and because of that, it takes time to choose, and you have less and less time to actually do what you love, because you are always kind of thinking about what kind of channels, and maybe I should do this, and because I'm doing all these things, it takes time to blog, and then social media, and then pictures, and then finding groups that are interested in my product or service. So it all takes time. And the more you have to focus or kind of waste your time on thinking about which channel or which thing would be the best, the less time you actually have to do it. So these are the three main problems I see personal brands, niche entrepreneurs, small entrepreneurs, but also big company leaders, CEOs. They have this struggle because they have to manage the whole thing or be responsible for the whole thing. And it is a problem because you have to know everything, right? Everybody expects you to know everything, but you don't, and you're actually not supposed to. So what helps? I have three problems and I have two solutions. Usually the best solution is to choose your own focus. So you know your own product, service the best, right? This is something that I presume. And the first thing that I do when I help and counsel in personal brands, then I figure out what is the most important message. Like, what are you trying to do? What is your uniqueness? What is the most important thing? Be it a restaurant, a food service, an artist who's doing jewelry. What kind of jewelry is like the thing that she or he loves to do and wants everybody to see and is unique to them? Or a consultant or coach. We have thousands of coaches today, from life coaching to business coaching, and they all kind of seem the same, when you're a person who is not in the field. So we take a focus, and usually we take a timeline to test it out. So 6 months, a year, we just decide on the topic. It is a job of analysis first, so it doesn't come like this. But usually it is underlining the problems that you don't know how to choose, or face the three problems that I mentioned before. Because if you don't have the focus, it's easy to also lose focus on which channel is the best, or find the time because you don't know and you're struggling multitasking. So it does not help if you don't know what you focus. So it adds to the problems. The second solution, if the focus seems to be all right, but still you don't know which channel to choose or you don't have time, then the second option or solution is to actually take time to test and to accept that you don't know what's the solution, right? Doesn't seem a good decision, but I promise you, when you start trying, testing out all the channels that you're supposed to use, you do a count, you read a few articles about how to best use it, you start creating the content and seeing how it feels to do, how people react to what you do. And you go from there. You learn. Is it easy for you to understand how it works? Does it come natural to you? Do you sound believable? So is a text better than video for me, for example? Are the people there, my target group, do they love to see it in videos, or would they rather read a text? So all these things come into play when you start testing and you see the actual results. So of course, if you have money and if you can decide upon a specialist to add, then you're not probably a solo entrepreneur anymore. When you have a team, but you still, as a leader, you should know what these things entail sometimes, so you can better choose the channels yourself. So two solutions to three marketing problems is, one is focus, and really hard decision that this is our focus, this is our message, and now we're putting this to the channels that are correct for us, the right ones, and we stick to it, and we're not even thinking about the other things, and we let it flow, and maybe next year we're taking another focus if needed, and if this doesn't work, or if the society changes or our own visions change. And the second is testing, giving the opportunity to fail, to try out different things, see how they work, see how our target group reacts, and being really honest about it. You don't have to tell people that, oh, we are professionals straight away, but you can really be honest, especially in social media. You can be honest and say, like, I'm really testing this out, let me know how it feels. And this is actually what you can do. So for me, YouTube is something really new. Well, I know about it and I know about YouTubers, but doing lives and doing YouTube videos is something new for me. But I feel really natural because there's so much information I want to share. And I am doing this out of real situations that I just have with my clients. And I see that as a necessary question for many entrepreneurs, such as myself sometimes, right? So you can give feedback down in the comments and tell me if this was useful, what kind of information you as a niche entrepreneur or personal brand or a leader require in branding or in finding the way to do your job the way you love it, and that you would enjoy it, and that you would have time for everything, and that you would really give your effort and really give value to with what you do. So this is my goal, and this is what I would love to have some response from you. And is the video something that you like? So this is my way of testing. I'm doing the second solution myself, and I'm really aware of what my focus is, so it's easy in that side. So how about you? Which of the three problems is common to you, and you really thought about that and haven't had a solution before? Comment and let me know about this. And if you test out the solution, how did it work? Which solution felt the right for you, and how did it work out? So let me know. And if you have any further questions about personal branding or small company branding and marketing, or traditional PR, which I think is the basis of everything today, it doesn't matter, is it a company branding or reputation management or social media communication, influencers, everything comes down to good old traditional PR. And this is what I love, and this is what's my background, and this is what I want to share with you. So this was my YouTube live on 3 problems of marketing that most people have, and 2 solutions. And please do subscribe and follow and give a thumbs up if you like this, and share it. And I hope to see you next time. Have a good time.